they weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
On the set. Get set, get set.
They'll leave it with him.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They feed him again. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
Timeout, Washington.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Brown? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
From the gun, the ground game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Let's take a step back for a moment and think about Northwestern. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Snagged in the middle, it's Bridges. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll sneak in and try to surge forward. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The quick out. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
is on its way. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Starts the drive trying to go up top. He lost one down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Snagged on the outside, it's Rooks. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle of his court. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense. Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting this offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Got his man on the outside, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll try to pass their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth it.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grab behind the line. It's ball. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
With the catch, it's Burgess. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rooks. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Rooks. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting 1st half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Huskies will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged out of the air. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Burgess.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Burgess. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this offense wants to get back in the football game. It starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They've got to keep their quarterback up.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run.
Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
On the run, it's Wall. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. quickly out to the tight end. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And you can tell, all eyes on this group. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan. The offense just has not been able to counterpunch. Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the catch. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for room. It's Bridges. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
With the run on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, it's basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Got it behind the line. It's Bridges. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
1st and 10 from their own 17. The give on the inside. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And still running. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Huskies. And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. And he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
They were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like...
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And the quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.